Hello, nice to meet you. And we are in the webinar. Our topic today: why most men struggle to find Russian or Ukrainian women. Usually, I say only Russian women because Soviet Union, it was really very special place. There were 15 republics, but generally they were very similar. In the same day, at the same time, in same uniform, all kids went to the school. We had the same books, we had the same programs, we had the same expectation. I can say that this special time of Soviet Union, it was time where 15 different countries, 15 different mentalities could live together, could survive together and feed to each other and had quite good life, you know, comparing to what's going on now in some of former republics. I can say Soviet Union was great place. So that's why I prefer to say Russian, Ukrainian girls, but of course I mean Belarusian girls or Moldavian girls or girls from other Soviet republics, even girls living already somewhere in Europe. Yes, Russian speaking. Let me say Russian speaking. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ksenia Droben, and I am international matchmaker. I have been in this business for 22 years. My studies are marketing and foreign languages. My first language is German. I run 2 offices here in Germany, where I am now, and I have office in Russia, in St. Petersburg, and I have a lot of representative in different cities of Russia, Ukraine, Belarus. So I cooperate with great pleasure with other agencies. I wrote 2 books for women about successful dating strategy. And for women, I have also Bride School. For German guys, for my German clients, I have now, I'm running now dating boot camp. So I give them a lot of advice about how to meet the right woman. And this webinar is my first experience with English speaking men, and I hope you will like it. And then I can provide you some informational services. I was involved in many different TV and radio production in Russia and in Germany. So I'm quite famous in Germany, and you know, yes, I have a huge experience. Before Corona, I had a little bit other style of work. Now I have to do a lot of things online. So I run online single parties. I run online interviews with men and with women. I run online coaching for men and women. But before Corona, yes, I did it real. We had about 10 single parties every year in Germany, in Heidelberg, where I live, in Kiev twice a year, in St. Petersburg twice a year, in other Ukrainian cities, Zaporozhye, once a year, and every second year I organized a single party in Helsinki. And there are a lot of experience I got through these parties, and I like this party dating because there are a lot of great things you can do while party, and if you meet someone on a single date, it's your limited opportunity, limited chances. Party. Now, as I said, I run every Saturday online single dating parties, and usually I have about 20-30 guests every Saturday, so half 50-50. Yes, what I want to tell you now, what is my reason to be here online and tell you. I want to tell you about 5 main problems why men struggle to find the right woman abroad. Abroad, I mean Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, so Russian-speaking women. There are 5 reasons. Photos, profile, right search, wrong communication, And most important question. So I start with technical part, photos. Often if I speak to my clients, I hear these arguments, Ksenia, I don't have to make good photos. I don't have to take good photos because women, they don't have to like my appearance. They have to like my character. Okay, agree. But if woman is somewhere in the Ukraine and he is somewhere in Germany, how can she understand his character? How can she scan it? How can she guess it? It's not possible. So they have to communicate until real date will be possible. He flies to Ukraine, he flies to Russia to meet her, he invites you to Germany to meet her. You know, so they have to communicate until it's possible to drink coffee. But to come to this point, drinking coffee, they have to start communication. And photos is a very important part in profiles of women. And it's really, it's pity that men underestimate this importance to provide good photos. The main expectation of women while this international search is to find stable, serious, responsible men. So I will continue it all the time. Women would like to find stable, serious, and responsible men. And through photos, it's very easy to provide this first impression, to make this first impression. I am stable, I am serious, I am responsible. Don't be afraid, don't be scared. I am okay, I am good guy. So my advice, how to prepare good photos for your international dating or generally for your dating. So you can use this advice generally if you search somewhere on Tinder or on other homepage. First, please photos in shorts, not t-shirts, shorts only. Maybe wearing ties. It's more better because short, it's automatically in our head is something like serious. He's serious. He goes to the office. He has normal job. He has normal life. He has a shirt. So please, photos in shorts only. No topless. Please, no topless. I understand that some men are very proud of of having muscles or being sporty, but it's wrong for dating to provide photos topless. If you are 20 years old and you're searching for 15 years old girls, it's okay. In this age, it's okay. But men, 50 years old, 60 years old, and first impression women get, he's without anything, you know, only his trousers, only his pants. It's wrong. Second, no alcohol on the photos, because even if you sit with your glass of wine, if you are on the photo with your bottle of beer, it makes impression that you are it's addiction, that you constantly drink. So that's why you have the only photos with alcohol. So please, photos without alcohol. No drinking party. Sometimes I see photos, you know, he's hugging with his drunk friends. It's wrong. It doesn't make the impression he is serious, he is stable, he is responsible. No, please remember these 3 words. Of course, no other women on the pictures. Sometimes I get photos where, you know, so they were together and he cuts the picture on his shoulder, but still I can see and other women can see the hair of other women. Please, no other women on the photos. No selfies in the toilet room. Sometimes I see photos taken in the toilet room, and I can see some women's stuff behind him. If you want to make a good impression, please, normal photos, not in the toilet room and not in your bedroom with not made bed, because it's, you know, it's under, it's not serious, it's not responsible. And again, I want to emphasize this one again. The photos are very important to make a good impression, because it's first what women see, and only if they like photos, they will read information in your profile. Profile. It's second problem why men struggle. So I want to tell you a little bit about mistakes men make in their profiles. As I already said, women want to find responsible, serious, and stable men. So you have to tell your stories in your profile to make this impression, and to emphasize it, to tell. So I always use the term telling stories, because it's modern, and of course we all tell stories. It's from marketing, and to wake up emotion in other people, we have to tell our stories, right? Let's speak about your profile. 3 main mistakes men make in their profiles. Their profession. As I said, again, responsible, serious men. The problem is that some profession sound the same in Russian and in English, but have absolutely other meaning. For example, the word manager. In English language, manager means someone in high position, someone who leads something, someone who is responsible for something. In Russian language, manager doesn't have this meaning. Someone sitting in the office doing normal paperwork. It's not such a meaning like in English. So that's why if you read in profiles of women the word manager, you sometimes think, okay, you know, she's top manager of this big company, but sometimes she's not. Sometimes it's a nice word for secretary. And there are several professions what sound the same, but have absolutely other meaning in different languages. That's why, to avoid this lost in translation mistake, if you write, for example, I don't know, so you write your profession and then describe what you do. What is your responsibility? What is your job? Do you lead a team? Are you part of the team? How many people work in your company? Is it your company or company of your parents? Explain what is happening with your profession. What do you do? Not just the what, but explain it, please. Tell the story. You know, I repeat it. Tell the story. Other, I would say, difficult moment. Place where men live. Why? Because if we speak about America, for example, women know, maybe, I don't know, New York, Washington, Dallas, Los Angeles, that's all. Of course, we know there are a lot of states, but we don't know how the life looks like in other states. If speaking about Germany, where I live, women know maybe, I don't know, Berlin, Frankfurt, Hamburg, that's all. Generally, that's all. Because to know the country, you have to live here, you have to study history and culture of this country. So many people, they know where this country is, but they have no idea how the life looks like. So, for example, if you live in Berlin, you don't have to explain anything. But if you live in some small town, you have to tell what can you find in this town? Kindergarten, school, how many supermarkets, what doctors, maybe something for tourists, maybe language school. So again, tell story about your town. Tell what women can find in your town. Because I can explain to you why. Because if you found your special girl in Kiev, big city, many millions inhabitants, and you say, okay, I live in the village. Okay, girl from big city. I'm used to go to the theater, to the concert, shopping, and so on. And village, what can I do in one village somewhere in the middle of nowhere? So that's why it's necessary. It's useful to explain that in your village there is this and this and this. And 50 minutes walk or 50 minutes driving by car, we are in the bigger city, and in this bigger city there is cinema, there is shopping center, shopping mall, and good restaurants. And 30 minutes drive by car, you can find bigger city with more shopping opportunities, with more cinemas, maybe with theater, maybe with Russian club. And also just tell the story, what is happening in your town, not just the name, because living in the big city, it doesn't mean women are very famous with geography of other countries. Just tell story about your village, and please tell about your living situation. Very important. Do you live in their own house? Do you live in their own apartment? Do you live somewhere in nice place? Just tell where you live, how you live, what does your life look like? Because of course, if you live with parents, if you live with your ex-wife and 5 kids of you, of course it's not a very good situation for women to decide to be with you. So please describe your living situation from good side. In German, we say from chocolate side. So show that you have great place for living. If you, for example, live in a small apartment, and you understand yourself, place is not enough for everybody, you can say, you can write in your profile, I live in small apartment now, but as soon I find my special one, I am ready to move, I am ready to buy, I am ready to build the house for all of us. So for me alone, it's no need, but as soon I find my special one, I can change my living situation. Don't forget, please don't forget, there are a lot of points in this in profile you can change, you can tell better. It's always telling stories. It's not only saying, it's not only establishing of list, it's story. You can tell stories about your hobbies, you can tell stories about your character, you can story about your family, and everything is very tasty. And the more tasty is your description, the more chance that you find the right one to be happy with. Third mistake men do, probably the main one, because profile photos, it's very important, but it's easy to change. But the main problem, the main mistake men do, the main discussion I usually have with my German clients, how to search the right one. I understand you go to the homepage, you see a lot of profiles. I have in my database about 6,000 profiles, but some homepage provides 20, 30,000 profiles. Of course, it's something like you come in the supermarket and you can decide what can you take. I understand it. So that's why we have to speak about right search, to search right, to search from scientific point of view, and not just taking someone with better wrapping. Not wrapping is important. Important is what is inside of their person. Usually, I say to my German clients, if you go to the homepage and if you search for someone, be fair. What I mean, be fair. For example, if you have kids, and these kids living with you or visiting you, so you are constantly in contact with your kids. It's not fair to choose girls without kids and expect from them not wanting kids. You understand what I mean? So if you father yourself, so it's not fair to search girls who are not mothers and push them, expect them reject their motherhood, not having children in the future, just because you have kids. Your kids are your kids, and woman, your girl, has right to explore her motherhood and all this feeling connected with children. So that's why if you have kids, you have to choose women with kids, or maybe women without kids, but allow them to have kids in the future. Open chance. If you are normal guy, just normal guy living somewhere in the village and not doing anything special, it's wrong to expect this model, sexy and also very good looking and doing everything for you. You have to be fair. What you give, you will get, and it works on the like this, like exchange of energy, of efforts. It's be fair again. If you want a very young girl, and I try to be very careful in this description, if you want to meet a very young girl, you can't expect that her life experience is similar to you. What I want to say, if you are 50 and you are searching 25 years old girl, you can expect from her experience, wisdom, and mind from 25 years old girl. You can't expect her being very interested, very serious, very motivated, very family-minded. She's 25. Remember you being 25 and what you thought about. I don't judge this wish to find younger girls, but you have to understand it will be more communication like father and daughter. It will be more like this. Just because younger girls, they have their experience, they have their mind, they have their life, and there are only 25 years of this life, not 50 like you have. You will never think the same. You will never have the same understanding about most important things in your life, just because this younger girl, she needs time to collect her life experience. So if you want to search for a very young girl, just accept that you will be the one who always try to keep her. It will be energy from your side to the girl, and don't expect her to be very very interested, write you a lot of letters and be all the time for you. It doesn't work like this. Be fair about your profession. If you are, for example, a factory worker, it doesn't work with women who are lawyers. Or if you are, I don't know, lorry driver, it will not work if a girl is a doctor. It doesn't connect with money you earn. Maybe you earn in your factory more than she is a lawyer in her country. But women, they want to find similar level of intellect, a similar level of education. So that's why these couples, factory worker and lawyer, it doesn't work. If you so it's your experience. I don't know what is your life experience. If you are a factory worker or maybe lorry driver, and if you flew to Ukraine and met some lawyers, doctors, really girl with very good education, think about how much money did it cost you to be together with girls, how much money you spent for gifts and presents, for journeys, and what did you get as result? Maybe it was sex, maybe it was some nice experience, some nice journeys, but it's all. All this connection, it was just because you invested your money in this girl. In 22 years, my working experience, I never had a couple where he's lorry driver and she's very professional, high professional. It doesn't work, unfortunately. Yes, we all speak about that characters matter, but profession is matter itself. as well. Problem number 4, mistake number 4 men do, is strong communication. Often men are too quickly in their communication and women are more slowly. So it means men write more, men tell more, men want to have more this writing communication, and women are slowly and they write less, and they need time to answer the letter. Usually I give advice, feed their speed, feed the pace. Because if you see that she doesn't write very quickly, if you see she doesn't write a lot of text, so length of your text is not so big, you can reduce your text. So it's really very important to see what the other person do and feed your expectation, your way of communication with way how women do. If you communicate with women on these mail order price platforms, just think that often there are translators in the local agencies who help women, who push women to write longer letters. If you start to write with these women directly without homepage, if you start writing to this woman to your email or WhatsApp, you will see there will be less text, not so quickly. It will be just less communication, because women have their normal life and they prefer to have a real meeting instead of writing letters and letters. You should show more interest and be more active. Russian women, Ukrainian women, they are generally quite reserved at the beginning of the communication. So man is this power who moves everything, who shows interested, and women, they just wait a little bit for what men can provide. Very important question. What can men provide? What are we talking about? What can you provide? You can offer your help. You can offer your support. For example, if you write with woman and you feel she had a bad day or maybe something wrong is happening, just ask, how can I help you? Do you want me to speak to you? Do you want to talk to me? So I am here. I am for you. I am ready to speak to you. I am ready to listen to you. I'm ready to help you. But I don't mean financial help. I mean really listening and listening. Please don't send any money until you meet the woman in person. I know everywhere internet is written, don't send money to strange people. I will repeat the same advice. Please don't do it. Only after you met this woman in person, you can provide her financial help. Till then, please provide only listening, supporting, maybe research, maybe some calls, but not material help. The only one thing I really push you to do, I really advise you to do, if you feel that a woman, how can I say, losing her interest, so it's going down, send her flowers. It doesn't cost much, but if woman gets flowers from you, it will mean that you are the real one. You want to do something real. You are the man who takes care. You are the man who wants to get this woman. And for women, if it's of course the other level of trust. About communication, what I usually advise is if you see that your woman doesn't write much or doesn't answer quickly, offer her video call or phone call. Then you can realize if woman, not realize, you can see how the woman looks like, and if you feel any chemistry, and if this woman's really interested. Because if you offer to your woman video call, and she try some excuses, don't doing this, I'm busy, I'm this, I'm that. So it means that she's not interested in you, and she has other reason to write with you. Video call is the best way to find out if this woman is really interested to meet you in person. And now mistake number 5. The main thing, mistake number 5, what women do and why they struggle to find the right one. It's the main question. It's the main question you should ask you. The question is, am I ready for this responsibility? Yeah, it's your responsibility because you want to take girl from her culture, from her mentality. This girl will have to give up her culture, her mentality, her language, her family, her job, her apartment, everything. She will have to get up everything just because she loves you and she wants to be with you. And it's your responsibility as a man to help women, to help your woman integrate in your country, learn the language quicker, help her with all this bureaucratical stuff. It's your responsibility. And in the times you probably argue with your girl, with your Russian wife, it's not possible to say go away, because she has no place to go away. She depends on you and she lives with you. You bear responsibility for this girl because she trusted you, because she believed you, and because she loved you, and because she wants to be with you. So please, before you start search, think about this responsibility, if you're really ready to bear this responsibility. And the other thing is, please count your money. In the first couple of years, your girl will be not able to work because of language, because of education, because of different situation, because of this integration. So you are the provider in the family, and you have to feed your new wife and maybe your child. So if you think your money is not enough for the next 2-3 years, please don't search for foreign girls. You will just play with their hearts, you will break their hearts, and you will destroy the belief that foreign men are honest, serious, family-minded, and good husbands to marry. I hope that I helped you with my advice. If you have any question, you can contact me in internet or through my homepage, or write me in a message in WhatsApp. Every Saturday we provide online single dating parties. So if you want to meet someone real, come to the party and you can meet about 15 girls in 1 hour. I wish you a good day, and if you have questions, just contact me. Thank you.